Yeah. Okay. So we've started. So first of all, hi Gbemi. I'm really sorry for the slight inconvenience. I didn't realize that if I have to log into my browser for Zoom, I won't easily find the record button unless I use the app directly. So I'm really sorry for that, and I promise I won't take much of your time on today's call.
All right. Awesome.
So thank you once again for doing this with us at Leeds Africa. My name is Cynthia, and I work with the growth team as the
Okay.
social media manager or associate. And again, I'm officially welcoming you to our docu-series. It's the first episode, apparently, and you are our first guest. And I'm really, really glad to have you on today's call. So to get right into the whole nitty-gritty, I would start by asking you to introduce yourself, your business,
Oh,
what
sorry.
you do, and would kick off with that basically. Can you hear me? Hi, Gbemi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, Gbemi, can you hear me?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can. I don't know if it was my network or yours.
My network tripped off.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
But you can hear me well.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Thank you. Should I take it again? Because I saw that.
Yes.
All right, thank you. So I said we could get started with you introducing yourself, your business, what you do, and we would kick it off from there.
Okay. My name is Gbemi Lolade. I run for Creative Girls.
Yeah.
For Creative Girls is a um community, right? It's a large community, and a social enterprise of sorts. Well, what we do is to provide resources, mentorship, and a host of other things, right, to help emerging creative women grow from one
Yeah.
point to the other point. So we've been doing this for about 8 years now, um, running mentorship, doing the media side of it, also running programs from time to time, and just moving people from one level to the next, basically moving women, creative women in particular, right,
Yeah.
from one level to the next. So yeah, it's a that's like it in a nutshell, right? Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I totally like that. Thank you for sharing. So I'm going to take you back a little. Remember that we said this is like the ambition reports where we are documenting the journey of African women, ambitious African women more precisely. So if I would ask you, what does the word ambition mean to you? And has it sort of like, and for that meaning, how has it evolved basically for you?
Hmm. So I'm a very curious person, right?
Okay,
So ambition may mean something completely different for me.
for you.
I know ambition typically means you wanting to, at least on the surface, it means you wanting to move from one level to the other, right? But for me, because I am genuinely a curious person, I like to what's it called? Explore my curiosities,
Yeah.
right? So ambition for me is being able to explore the things that I'm curious about from time to time, right?
Okay.
So having the capacity to be able to explore the things I'm curious about. Like I've done quite a number of things. Like aside from running for creative fields, I've done other things. Like I've worked in fintech. I still do a lot of stuff in that space, right? I do a lot of work in com. So I'm a very so ambition for me is knowing that I have the capacity to explore the things that I want to explore, right?
Yeah.
And not being held back, right, to explore those things. That's the way me I say ambition. So once, if I have like a thing in my head, right, that I want to explore or that I want to bring to life,
Yeah.
maybe that's also another way to see it. That I want to bring to life. Once I have it in my head and I can bring it to life, for me, that's like an ambition fulfilled. And then after it's fulfilled, of course, something else always comes up that I also want to bring to life.
Yeah.
So at different points in time, I have like pockets of things that I want to bring to life. So yeah.
Okay, so actually, this will take me to my next question because personally, I believe being ambitious means you, apart from the aggressive, in quotes, drive that makes you do certain things, it's also purely about the passion, right? But I want to understand from your own perspective, basically, in terms of sustainability for your business, right? So at the time, did you really think about the sustainability, or was it purely based on the passion you had for it?
Okay, so at the time, you mean like from the beginning, if I walk back,
Yeah, when you started with all of it.
right, to like the
Yeah, to this very
uh,
moment.
so from the beginning, I'm going to say it was more passion, to be honest.
Okay.
And it's not even passion in a so this like I said, I'm a very curious person. So this started more of a I had a conversation with somebody and the person was like, I think you should do I've been doing some smaller like meetups or events. And they said, I think you should do this for this particular group of people.
Yeah.
And I was like, that sounds interesting. So I thought about but then I so in thinking about it, I've spoken to another friend, right? Who when I said, this is something we should explore, right?
Mm.
And then it became let's have a website before we now decide to do an event. And the website became like a passion project, where I would look for women who I started looking for a lot of women artists, women. So I would basically just immerse myself in the works of women,
Okay.
right? I would see designs, illustrations, all of those things, and I would just immerse myself in them, and then I would feature them, and then it was more of a oh my god, this person did this, and then I just want to so it was more of a passion thing
Yeah,
that now
I
over
can
time
totally relate
evolved.
to that.
What other things? Yeah, what other things can we now do
To
that we
sustain.
would add to this? Yeah, exactly. That's how the sustainability part now came into it. But from like the get go, it was oh my god, this is really this is cool. Yes,
Mm.
that's more of a passion thing.
Okay, thank you very
Even though
much.
I'm not really
You can
all
complete
right.
that. You can complete that. You said even though you're not really what?
Oh, sometimes I try not to. I'm very I feel like passion can be a slippery slope. The topic in itself,
Hmm.
passion, like pursuing your passion, can be a slippery. I try not to talk about it a lot. Um, However, I cannot deny that it has actually helped me, as in personally, right?
Yeah, I totally get that. So coming down to building your business itself, especially in terms of funding. So there is always this popular saying that in business, right, that passion is actually not enough. So there has to be the money of finance involved in it, right? So I mean, it's a very, very good thing to be passionate about something and waking up every day and having the drive or zeal to execute one particular thing or the other, right? So I would ask you, as a woman founder, particularly when it comes to access to funding or partnership, how has it been for you, especially to help sustain
Mm.
your business, right? So what have been your funding
It's not
struggles
like
or experiences, basically?
I will not lie. Um,
Okay.
I will not lie. I feel like I'm like the wrongest person to ask this question. I feel like I'm like the wrongest person to ask this
Oh my
question
God.
because yeah. Um. So the I don't know. Maybe I should say the weird part for me. So yes,
Okay.
there are like when we have things to do, particular things to do, like programs or whatever, we ask like partners and all of those things. But
Yeah.
because I have also like had, like I said, I've I've also um I've also like over time had jobs, done this, done like hey, I've done like a number of things, right?
Yeah.
I did not really pay attention to money. I'm now thinking, which recently I'm now feeling like, oh, I didn't pay attention to this part. Now it may be a problem, right? But
Oh,
like,
yeah.
which is why I said I'm like the wrong person to ask this question, right?
Mhm.
Um, because I had other things that brought in money, I could just use the money I got from other things to like do things on this
So
side as
you were
well. So I
basically
never really
self-funding.
used to so much. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. So I never really used, and then of course when we had like when we have like things that need to be done,
Yeah.
we would reach out to partners, and so, but in terms of like, what's that called now? Structured corporate type of funding.
Okay. That's out of it.
That's something I'm yeah, that's not something that I had planned for. I think it's now that I'm beginning to um, think about it seriously. Like, okay,
Yeah.
what's the next thing? And then, of course, if I think about the next thing, then we have to think about proper funding. So, as I said, not the best person to be asking this question.
Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. So, coming down to your um vision for creative girls, more precisely, right? So when you think about, you know, about the next 5 to 10 years, what kind of ecosystem do you hope to build or influence for women creatives?
um, but a number of things. First one is that, well, we can now see like the world is evolving
Evolving, yeah.
right now. And I know this is just women, crazy women only, but yeah, but the world is evolving right now. And a lot of things are actually changing and they're shifting.
Mm,
And it's so my one major thing on my mind is how is that going to affect creatives, and then general that's generally speaking,
yeah,
and then of course how it affects creative women, and um and how much we can equip creative women so that they are um at the forefront of this, or like they're just not. they're not lagging behind at the end of the day,
Basically.
right?
Hmm.
Um, there's also a part of me as who that essentially likes. I also like to think about um, people who are not who don't have like digital skills on a normal day, right? So, for example, we talk about inclusion a lot, right? Especially
Yeah.
digital inclusion, particularly digital inclusion. And as technology evolves, these people who are not already included is that like it's getting worse. Like your digital exclusion is even worse because your that learning curve becomes steeper. So for
Yeah.
me, is that how do we help women, especially women who are already digitally excluded,
Hmm.
right? How do we now help them jump to the other side of things, right? So sometimes I think about, um, women in the northern part of Nigeria, women in very excluded area, right?
Yeah.
How does this affect them? How are they going to, yeah. So that's like a major thought process that I feel like there's a part of me that is trying to find um how to solve that, or like trying to find how to partner with people to solve that. Like to just sometimes it's not like you're solving the whole problem, but you need to be able to move the needle,
Move the needle
right? Enough
exactly.
for people
Yeah.
to um yeah. So that's like
I
a
totally
major. So,
agree.
so that's like 5 years. Uh-huh. Then
Hmm.
of course on the other end, there's a there's also like in a there's something that we're trying to do now. We should have like the first edition next month, which is we call it Creative Direction Labs. But what that is, the big picture of that is um, creativity in different spaces, right?
Yes.
So how should creative women specifically, think about their skill sets across different industries, right?
Yeah.
Um, so oil and gas is one down. So we're thinking about different sectors and how to basically come in as a creative woman. Like, so how do you apply your creative skills across different sectors? So I mean, it's a long-term thing. It's all obviously never going, it's always going to keep growing. But
Of
yeah,
course.
that's it. So it's called Creative Direction Lab. So we're picking it one small sector at a
At
time,
a time.
right?
Yeah.
To do that, yeah. Uh, so yeah, I think that's it in a nutshell.
Yeah, thank you very much for this, Remy. It was a really, really interesting session with you. And basically, we've actually come to an end for this. I thought it was going to
Oh,
be short and I wouldn't take your time. So we actually have like 2 more minutes left. So if you have like anything particularly you want to mention that we probably have missed earlier in our conversation, I mean, you can just let us know and say anything at all. Yeah.
I'm trying to
Okay.
think of. Yeah, it's just I can't wait to see I mean, the next couple of years, really. I can't wait to
Yeah.
see what this our evolution ends up looking like,
Hmm.
and the different interpretations it will give for the creative industry. Um, and of course, I can't wait to see how women actually explore that using their different skill sets. So yeah, that's like it.
Yeah, and I personally also can't wait to see how you lead creative women at the forefront to, take ownership of their creativity and all of this. So again, thank you so very much for doing this with us at Lit Africa. It was really, really a great session and I had a really wonderful time with you. And thank you so much for your patience as well. I really appreciate.
told me your name. Oh, yes, you told me your name.
Oh, I
Sorry,
did,
can you
yeah.
remind me
My
your
name is
name again?
Cynthia.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Cynthia. Cynthia.
Cynthia, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you very
So
much.
when is this coming out? When is
So this would actually be decided within the growth team. I'm actually not sure, but in the next 1 to 2 weeks, it should be out because I actually would be on leave going from next week. So my other
oh,
colleagues here would be the ones to take charge of this. Yeah, but we'll definitely communicate that by email with
awesome.
your team.
All right.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Awesome.
Have a really great
Thank you.
weekend.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
And you too.